What's up, this squad? Back with another video. I seen the title's going down. Make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button for me, please. Y'all see it in the title. Before I do get in this video, I want to say that my 4-year-old is literally right next to me. So if y'all hear her say anything, I apologize. Sometimes I like getting her and that mode, because she wants to, do YouTube and stuff like that. So I'm, trying to teach her. She loves sitting in here with me while I'm doing them. Sometimes she's actually in here and I don't even say nothing, to y'all. And she does really well. She definitely does really well. But she's, on my iPad right now watching a couple, Roblox videos. But also wanted to say this is a pre-recorded video. So when I do say this, I am praying for Charlie Kirk and his family. I wish I never seen, those videos. It is pretty graphic. It's pretty crazy, and it's pretty sad, how people could be, I'm pretty sure they caught the person who did it. But it's pretty sad, it definitely it's pretty sad. Prayers, goes out to, Charlie Kirk, his family on, whatever's going on. They haven't announced much yet. I'm sure by the time y'all do see this video, they probably will. But I do have to say, send in my, my thoughts and prayers, to Charlie Kirk and his family. It's definitely a sad situation and definitely sickening on how people could be. This is a post by Brandon Johnson out there in Chicago. Literally, he posted this saying, Chicago, this is the greatest freaking city in the world, which we all know that is, again, trying to make something out to be, that it's not. Posting pictures, pictures basically of showing people smile and everybody happy, this, that, and the other, knowing we know the real about it. Got it here. Says here that Chicago Mayor Johnson says he will arrest ICE agents if they try to deport any undocumented people. When you'll have here, clearly, these are the people that ICE is looking for in Illinois. This is just some of them. Says every single one of them has committed a violent crime and been released by a jail in Illinois. Said, I just don't get it. For what reason our government to protect these people? There's literally multiple, of these individuals, as well as more. But these are the ones that was released from a jail in Illinois. It's pretty crazy. As y'all know, there's multiple people that are protesting. Honestly, obviously because over the threats to send National Guard and worries to increase immigration enforcement. So y'all can see here.
Right at the front of a major protest in downtown Chicago that is right outside Trump Tower here in the city. And part of what they are protesting here, as you hear them cheering and really booing in some cases outside of Trump Tower, is they are protesting no Trump, no threats of tune that we saw in the city of Los Angeles. We've been following this.
I'm not gonna lie, they cussing way too much, so I'm gonna make sure I put it in my notes. But one thing about it, it just goes to show y'all how childish people can be. Basically, that's what I want to show. It literally shows you how childish people can be when it comes to stuff like this. This isn't going to change anything. This is only making matters worse. And that's how I feel about it. I honestly feel that way. Not only that, and they're protesting, doing this and doing that, but literally says here that these are salt trucks literally blocking. And that the crazy thing about it, bro, they're supposedly trying to keep the National Guard out, using salt trucks, and they're doing everything. I'm talking about everything they can to, and it's not going. That's the thing. What I don't understand, and why, I talk about this, all the time, and why I put out these videos, recently about the Chicago mayor, is because why wouldn't you want, what's best for Chicago and what's going on in Chicago? I done seen them talk about so many homicides out there in Chicago. It's literally insane, bro. From back from they went back as far as 2001, and seeing how many, it's sad, bro. It's definitely sad.
I guess the forecast in Chicago calls for snow. That's an awful lot of salt trucks. That That's an awful lot of. I don't see this many salt trucks when it snows.
It's being reported that Brandon Johnson put those salt trucks there to block ice from coming into the city. Mind you, in the middle of winter in Chicago, the roads don't even get taken care of. Like the lady said, we don't even ever see that many salt trucks. They always say, oh, we're low on funding. We don't have enough salt. Yet you have enough funding to get all of those employees to sit in those parked salt trucks in order to impede federal investigations. Oh, and that's not all. Did you see this too?
Chicago's building a wall. Actually, lots of little walls. Pritzker's putting up fences around courthouses and City Hall. Why? To stop Trump from sending the Guard and ICE in. Pritzker didn't want a wall to protect the country, or to protect the country from illegals. He's putting up a wall to protect the illegals and criminals from Trump.
So let me get this straight. You had funding for all of these things, yet you can't take care of the people of your city. You can't take care of the crime in Chicago. You're more worried about the people that are not even supposed to be there instead of the people that pay taxes and vote your ass in. Did I get that right? Now answer me please in the comments. How the F is this legal? Does anybody else think this looks like obstruction or impeding on federal investigations? Because that's what I see.
Doing all this, and that's the crazy thing. You have all this energy to do all of this, but you don't have the energy to actually, do what you need to do to better, the Chicago, to better Illinois. You do all these things. You got all this energy to put up this wall, to use salt trucks to do this, to gather people and have them doing this and doing that. But you don't have energy to actually put forth. You have Brandon Johnson that has 150 the police detail, literally for him and his wife. Then I'm telling y'all, bro, it's absolutely insane, and it's literally absolutely insane, bro, what they're doing. I'm telling y'all, this is actually this is a Chicago resident, and I'm gonna show y'all a couple on actually how people feel, when it comes down to how they feel about Brandon Johnson.
We want ICE to come. Please, everybody, try to help Chicago and call ICE. The number is 866-DHS2-ICE. We are going to move our people away from this culture of liberal failure that has compromised our sovereignty and left the citizens of Chicago behind. Go Red.
I will tell you right now, I'm a person that lives on the south side of Chicago. Let's talk about what things that's happening in our neighborhood. But you want to put a Band-Aid and you want to act like this town is good. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about how many people get downtown Chicago every weekend. Don't board up things to put a Band-Aid on a crisis.
It's a shame. It's awful.
And Brandon Johnson doesn't do anything to stop it?
Brandon Johnson is not worth a quarter.
Oh.
He's not worth a quarter. Clean the city up and keep it clean. Don't make it look good. Don't put a facade on for the people that's coming here.
Come on
I
now.
don't think that's fair, and I don't think he should have another term, period. I will never vote for him. Never.
Y'all see it, bro. This is not, and the crazy thing is, they get mad when it's people, obviously y'all seeing black people saying stuff about this man. They got something to say if it's somebody else that's not black. But then I'm telling y'all, bro, here y'all have it right here. Y'all, and regardless of the color, you white, you black, you brown, you yellow, you blue, whatever you are, regardless. I'm telling y'all, this is how people at Chicago residents feel. I mean, honestly. Then you got people like this. This is JB Pritzker saying there's no emergency in Chicago that requires the National Guard.
Well, let me be clear that if I pick up the phone and call Donald Trump, that will become part of a case in court that I somehow was calling him for help. And therefore, it will become predicate to him sending military troops into the state of Illinois. If I called him, I would say exactly what I have said to all of you. By the way, he hasn't called me either. And he doesn't seem to want to talk directly to me. He just wants to talk to television cameras and berate the people of Chicago and berate the people of Illinois and attack the city of Chicago. And I reject that entirely, and it doesn't deserve any response except the one that I have given, which is, this is no joke. Donald Trump is doing something that's not normal, and we should not accept it in this country. It's un-American, it's anti-American what Donald Trump is doing.
I'm telling y'all. I truly, I'm not even going to lie. I truly don't get how people, and I've been trying to figure it out for the longest. I've really been trying to figure out for the longest of how they don't feel like it's some type of emergency or some type of anything when it's this bad. You're literally having this many, crimes, this many homicides, happen on a daily. This is not nothing that just, is rare. I ain't even going to say rare. This is not something that, every other day this is literally every day in Chicago. I'm telling y'all, it's crazy. This is another resident in Chicago. Says Chicago-born man puts Don Lemon in his place. Y'all call him something different. But in his place over President Trump sending the National Guard to make peace. I'm telling y'all, this just goes to show y'all how people feel out there in Chicago. I'm telling y'all. I'm from Chicago originally, and I do support that. Chicago is a war zone.
You think he should send the National Guard to Chicago?
I really do.
Yeah. Tell me why.
To assist, not to make arrests, of course, to assist, to maybe stop, just be a deterrent, So I really am in favor of what he's doing in D.C. with it.
You are?
Oh, I really am.
Tell me.
But, listen, how many people have died in D.C. since we started? How many people have got shot and killed?
Yeah. I know it's minimal. I don't know. It was none.
It was zero for a long time.
Yeah, I haven't looked for it.
There
in the
may
past
have been
couple of
one
days.
since. I don't know.
Yeah.
But listen, how can you be more BLM than saving their lives?
But you know that crime is down already.
Yeah, but you also know that it's high. I mean, carjacking, even the mayor said carjacking have went down 86%. Come on. What is the real goal here? Is it to take over a city, or is it to keep people safe? That's what you have to determine.
I think it's to take over a city.
I don't. I think it's to keep people safe. I really do.
The mayor said she didn't believe that they were getting a return on the investment, though, although the crime was down, because of the money that taxpayers are spending for this. And if they had just asked, they could have assisted the police rather than
How
just...
much money are the taxpayers paying for it?
Millions.
Millions?
Yes.
Because National Guard would be working somewhere, right?
Yeah, they would be working somewhere, but also they have to have housing there. They have to have a transportation. They have to give resources. They have to have food.
It's very minimal. What kind of price are you going to put on? See, how many people? Let me ask y'all this: would you rather spend your money? You being a taxpayer, would you rather spend your money for obviously people that don't belong here, that's getting food stamps, that's getting housing, that's getting, bus fare, that's getting all these different, different things, for their life? Or would you rather have the National Guard do what they need to do to put down this crime, to do and have them, when it comes to housing, what would you rather have? I feel like that's the thing, and I feel like when you having people like this Don dude, they know the answer to all of this. They know the answer to all of this. I'm telling y'all, bro. This is the stuff that made me mad. There was a murder every 2 days.
Yeah.
Up until he started this, there was a murder every 2 days.
I don't think people. Let me just tell you this. I don't think people think that crime should not be taken down. I think it's the method in which he's doing it. If he had called it, hang on, let me answer the question. Let me ask you a question. Make my statement. If he had called or had reached out to the people there, like the mayor of D.C. or the governors or the mayors of the cities or states, and said, we would like to get crime down, I can send in some resources to help you. What do you need? Let's work together. Instead, he's antagonizing.
He's tried that approach before.
Exactly. He has not tried that approach. He hasn't tried that approach. Hold on, that's not true.
No, wait a minute. Do you think?
I know, but acknowledge. I said it's not true. Do you? No, yes, but do you understand that's not true?
No, I don't understand that's true.
Okay,
I'm from Chicago.
That just goes to show you on how they get on these streets, and they try to make people. When you have people that is like J.B. Pritzker, that's like Mayor Brandon Johnson, that's automatically like, okay, President Trump, like, I'm thinking about sending the National Guard to Chicago. I'm thinking about doing this and doing that because they're obviously not doing their job. They're obviously not doing this, doing that. Mind you, this is the President of the United States we're talking about. It's not somebody this is the President of the United States. And he's going to make it happen. So, you literally have J.B. Pritzker and Mayor Brandon Johnson that is literally going against everything that Donald Trump. There's no type of approach. The only approach to do is to go with is to do, what he's doing right now. That's the only approach. I'm tired of hearing, he could have called and said that he can send these resources and do this, doing that, when the same person, Mayor Brandon Johnson, wants to defund the police. So, like, when you have stuff like that, what resources do you want? It's been so many years, bro. So many years. Mayor Brandon Johnson got in there and ain't did nothing. And obviously people don't want to see him again. I'm telling y'all, bro. This stuff really does not make sense to me, bro. I promise y'all, this stuff does not make sense to me whatsoever. This is another Chicago resident.
Hey, Donald Trump. I don't give a fuck what J.B. Pritzker talking about. I don't give a fuck what Brandon Johnson talking about. Come get these niggas that's doing this. Come get all these niggas that's doing this. Come get all these niggas and illegal immigrants that's doing shit like this. See all this trash on the fucking ground? Come get the motherfuckers that's doing this shit.
I'm telling y'all. He cussed a lot in this video, y'all, so that's why I'm skipping through this stuff.
Lady had her car stolen right out of our damn parking lot. Come get these niggas, Donald Trump. Look at me. I don't give a fuck what Brandon Johnson, J.B. Pritzker, all these other retarded ass motherfuckers is talking about. Come get these niggas, man. ASAP.
I'm telling y'all. People are literally outraged about stuff like this. Literally outraged about how they're acting, what they're doing, how they're doing it. I'm telling y'all, bro. Absolutely. I can show y'all multiple videos on how people feel about Brandon Johnson, how people feel about, J.B. Pritzker, on how this whole situation is going down. And all that you have, is people like Don that we just seen, the mayor. You had these Democrats, that's in office, or that's supposedly journalism. Those are the only ones that's wanted. The people, Chicago. That born and raised. Those are the people. Don't nobody talking about you got people that's protesting. Man, a lot of them people paid, bro. And them people ain't from there. I'm gonna let y'all know that right now. Check out.
There's no question that there has been big time problems in the streets of Chicago, and I want to hear a damn word from Mayor Johnson.
Exactly.
Talking about things are being overblown and bringing up talks about racism and talking about how people wouldn't be on top of this to this degree if there was a white mayor. Well, Rahm Emanuel was there once upon a time. The heat was still being brought. People called out President Obama when he was in office because he was a junior senator from the state of Illinois living in Chicago. This ain't the first time, it ain't gonna be the last time people calling out stuff that's going on in Chicago. So certainly when you see black folks calling for the National Guard to intervene or for martial law to be invoked because they want to feel safe in the streets of Chicago, it's a problem. It's a problem. And something has to be done with it, and I get it. I understand.
Come on now. And as y'all can see, Stephen A. Smith, a lot of people are agreeing. A lot of people are seeing what's going on down in Chicago. A lot of people are seeing what's going on, but then you got people that literally are trying to say that it's peaceful, trying to say that it's out there in Chicago, it's amazing. People are just trying to make people aren't here to say, but then you literally have Chicago residents, people that's in Chicago on a daily that can't even go to dinner, can't even take a stroll through the park, can't take their kids places. It's important. Make sure y'all stay tuned for the next video. Definitely appreciate y'all. My baby girl, she actually, I guess her video messed up, but I don't think you said anything. You said anything? You didn't want to interrupt, Daddy? You want to say hi to people? Come and say hi. Come and just say hi one time for the one time. Here, take the bottle down. Then you can say hi to everybody. You say hi?
Hi.
Say hi.
Hi.
Tell them what they need to do. What do they need to do?
Baby. Why you like coming?
You got to tell them in the mic.
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. You tell them you're a YouTuber? You're a YouTuber, right?
Yes.
You haven't put out a video in a minute, though, right? No. But it's okay. We're going to do one. Say bye-bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
You already know. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Definitely appreciate everybody. Catch y'all next one.